Sacramento, California. I'm having a great time here at the Golden One Center, and so are all these folks as we're ready for the first competition of today's event. It's JCB Racing. All 8 trucks have been bracketed in a random order, and now they will race it out on the track for the first 8 points of today's event. Sacramento, California. Who's ready for JCB Racing?
Coming up first from Cadillac, Michigan, it's Tim Hall Jr., Jurassic Attack. And his opponent from Williamsport, Maryland, get loud for Matt Cody, Grave Digger. This is the 3rd meeting between both of these Monster Jam drivers, each at 1-1 win. Who will break the tie this afternoon? Your winner is Grave Digger. Grave Digger is now at 2-1 against Jurassic Attack. He is moving on to the semifinal round. There you see it on the super glue glued to the action replay. He crossed that finish line before the dinosaur. Matt Cody demonstrating why he is one of the fastest in the sport. Very exciting first matchup in round 1 of the JCB Racing competition. Monster Jam fans, keep in mind that during that first matchup of round 1, Jurassic Attack versus Grave Digger, there was a penalty on Jurassic Attack for hitting the turn pole during his race. Apologies, on Grave Digger. A penalty on Grave Digger for hitting that turn pole. So, there is a penalty on Grave Digger. Coming up next, make some noise for the leading lady from Fullerton, California, Ashley Sanford, Megalodon. And her opponent from Oak Harbor, Washington, it's Carson Williams, Thunderoris. This is the 2nd meeting between both of these Monster Jam drivers, with Thunderoris at 1-0. Who will take home the next win between both of these superstars? They're on the track, ready to go. Keep in mind that in order to take off, they must wait to see all amber lights. They're approaching the starting line. We've got 3 amber lights, that's 4. Hang on a second, Monster Jam fans. They must restage. They must restage these Monster Jam trucks behind the starting line in order to begin the race. Megalodon is set now. 4 amber lights. Let's go racing! Your winner is Thunderoris. Thunderoris is now at 2-0 versus Megalodon on the series so far. Coming up next from Lafayette, Louisiana, it's Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. And his opponent from Whittier, California, make some noise for Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. This is the 7th meeting between both of these Monster Jam superstars, with Monster Mutt Dalmatian at 5-1. Who will take home the next win? Your winner is El Toro Loco. Monster Mutt Dalmatian and El Toro Loco just competed, and there you see Monster Mutt Dalmatian hit the pod on his way around during that last race pass, and unfortunately will not be moving on to the semifinal round. Right now, Monster Mutt Dalmatian versus El Toro Loco, 5-2. 5-2. El Toro Loco is moving on. Our next competitor, all the way from Huntington, West Virginia, it's Cliff Turner, Velociraptor. And his opponent from Rockport, Texas, get loud for Alex Barden, Earthshaker. This is the 6th meeting between both of these Monster Jam drivers, with Earthshaker at 5-0. Earlier during pit party, Cliff Turner said that he loves racing. It gets him fired up and fueled and ready to go. He's looking to take home his first racing win of the season. They're approaching the starting line. We've got 4 amber lights. Let's go racing! Your winner is Earthshaker. Great round 1 of JCB racing. There you see it. The fastest 4 have now moved on. Very first race matchup was Gravedigger versus Jurassic Attack, with Gravedigger moving on into the semifinal round. Megalodon versus Thunderosaurus. That, once again, was the 2nd meeting between both of these Monster Jam drivers. And actually, I misspoke earlier. Each of them are now tied 1-1 with each other. Let's see next time they match up who will break the tie. 3rd matchup, we saw El Toro Loco versus Monster Mutt Dalmatian. There was a little bit of trouble with Monster Mutt Dalmatian as he hit the pod going around during his race pass, therefore leading El Toro Loco into the semifinal victory. And last but not least, Earthshaker versus Velociraptor, and Earthshaker is now moving on.
Golden One Center, I'm here in section 121, and we are getting ready for the JCB Racing semifinals. The 4 fastest trucks have moved on, and now they're going to battle it out to see who goes on to the finals and competes for the first 8 points of the event. I know section 121 is ready, but Sacramento, who's ready for more JCB racing?
First matchup of the semifinal round. Make some noise for Thunderosaurus versus Gravedigger. This is the 5th meeting between these drivers. They are 2-2. This next race will determine who breaks the tie. Let's ride! Monster Jam fans, your winner is Thunder Roris. In that last matchup, Gravedigger did receive a penalty. He is disqualified for hitting the turn pole in his last pass. So that means Thunder Roris is now moving on to the final round for the second time this season. One more time for Thunder Roris. We've got one finalist. We need one more. Up next, final matchup of the semifinal round. It's El Toro Loco versus Earthshaker. There you can see it out on the track. In order to continue the race, our USHRA tech official has to make sure the turn pole is in the center upright so that these Monster Jam drivers can take off to see who is going to move on into the finals to face off that apex predator, Thunder Roris. Sacramento, are you ready for more JCB racing? Engines are revved up. We have two of the fastest in the sport. Moving to the starting line. They see 3 amber lights. That's 4. Let's go racing! Hang on a second, Monster Jam fans. A little too close to call in that last matchup of the semifinal round versus El Toro Loco versus Earthshaker. The officials have to take a look at the replay. Keep your attention up on the video board. Your winner is El Toro Loco. That right there, that last matchup, we saw El Toro Loco versus Earthshaker. That was their ninth meeting between both of those Monster Jam superstars. El Toro Loco is now moving on to face off Thunder Roris.
Sacramento, California, it is now time for the JCB Racing Finals. The 2 fastest trucks are now going to race it out to see who gets the first 8 points of the competition and claims that #1 spot in the BKT Overall Event Championship standings. Sacramento, who's ready to meet your JCB Racing finalists?
Coming up first, he's in the final round for the second time this season. I need everybody to get loud for that apex predator from Oak Harbor, Washington, Carson Williams, Thunder Roris. From Whittier, California, he's celebrating 25 years since the debut of that crazy bull. Sacramento, make some noise for Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. This is the 5th meeting between both of these Monster Jam drivers, with El Toro Loco at 4-0. Who will take home the next JCB Racing win this season? Both Monster Jam trucks are locked and loaded at the starting line. Let's go green! Your winner is El Toro Loco. Armando Castro celebrating his victory up on the pod. There you see that last race pass on the super glue glued to the action replay. Armando Castro is now taking home another racing win, second one of the season on Arena Championship Series West. We'll have the opportunity to hear from him in just a moment. He's one of the fastest in the sport, leading the series in second place so far, only week 4 on the tour. And he's managed to achieve so much in so little time. There he is, outside of that Monster Jam truck, outside of that bull. Sacramento, Golden One Center, can we give him some love?
Armando, you and I were talking up at the hostess during trackside that I haven't seen much of you this weekend. I have a feeling that's about to change.
¿Qué onda, mis latinos? Oh, man, you know, we were talking earlier, Alex. You know, it's been a while since we've been on top of the pod. You know, we got to come out swinging. This is the first 8 points. This is how you want to set the bar for the rest of the competition. I'm from down south, man. This is home for me in California. I'm always repping the West Coast, man. I always say the West Coast is the best coast. I love being in Sacramento, man. This is my hometown. It damn near feels like my hometown, so I want to say I appreciate you guys. This is exactly how I want to get started. 25 years of El Toro Loco. Thanks to you guys for always supporting. What did you guys think about the racing? Make some noise, Sacramento!
All right, the bar's been set. Racing's been conquered. Two-wheel skills competition coming up next. You going to keep that momentum of those two horns moving forward?
That's the plan. You know, we got a 2024 World Finals Two-Wheel Skills Championship under our belt, so I know the pressure's on. I know the eyeballs are always on me when I come out here, so I'm going to live it to the standard, man. Have fun out here, but this is where it starts for you fans. Bring out that smartphone. Get on judgezone.com. Get out there, man. Score us from 1 to 10. I'm going to do my best to come out here and do some crazy tricks on two wheels. This literally is a blast, man. Living a childhood dream in front of you guys, man. Let me be the inspiration. You guys, no matter where you come from, work hard. Always count your blessings. God is good, baby. Let's get ready for some two-wheel skills. Let's go!
Armando Castro, El Toro Loco.
First attempt was a popper. That was a popper from Tim Hall Jr. He still has one more attempt remaining.
Scoring is now open. Make sure to scan that code. Type in the SAC city code and lock in those scores with the BKT tire. And then give it up for Tim Hall Jr. in Jurassic Attack.
Monster Jam fans, Tim Hall Jr. out of the gate. You see right there, he's showing you with his hands that there's some breakage happening with his Monster Jam truck. We call him Timmy Two-Wheel because he has some of the most amazing skills when it comes to the Two-Wheel Skills Challenge. He's dominated that particular competition on this series so far, but let's see what you gave him at judgezone.com. 3.133, that is your score to beat. There you see it on the replay, a reverse popper attempt as he balances on those back two BKT tires and then lands on all four on the pod. But we got another competitor coming up next. Let's welcome her back to the track with the jaws of life. It's Ashley Sanford, Megalodon. Reverse popper on the back of that shark spins, landing on the pod on all fours. Megalodon still has one more attempt remaining.
Scoring is now open. Let's give it up for Ashley Sanford in Megalodon.
Second attempt, we just saw a second attempt onto the pod. That right there was a popper attempt from Ashley Sanford. One thing that I love about Ashley is that each time you come out and watch her, you never know what you're going to get. You don't know if it's going to be big air, or you don't know if it's going to be a really, really difficult technical skill, but she manages to show all of what's in her arsenal throughout her time at a particular city. And there she is, proud of that run, showing those shark arms. Scores are locked at judgeszone.com. Let's see what you gave her. 5.434. That right there is your new score to beat. New leader. One more time for Ashley Sanford. Coming up next, we have our four-time series champion coming out of the tunnel. Get loud for Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Triple combination from Blake Granger and Monster Mutt Dalmatian. A stoppie, then he walked that dog back up and over the pod, flipped it back into his hind legs, or hind BKT tires rather, balancing on the tail, and then a little bit of slap wheelie action at the very end. That was one attempt. He still has one more remaining.
Scoring is now open. Let me hear you get loud for Blake Granger in Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
Two perfectly executed combinations from one of our veteran drivers, Blake Granger, in that puppy dog. We saw him once again in a stoppie, moonwalk, slap wheelie combination first time, and then the second time, same thing. Being able to not only race these Monster Jam trucks is one thing, but being able to control them while off vertical, or should I say on vertical, because he was picture perfect. Scores are locked for Monster Mutt Dalmatian, and the score is 9.319. new leader, and new score to beat. Keep your eyes up there on the video board for the super glue glued to the action replay. There you see a tail in the air as he flips it back onto those hind BKT tires, balancing that 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck, nose and tongue in the air, coming down off the pod and landing on all fours into a bit of a slap wheelie. But we still have some more of the Two Wheel Skills Challenge coming up next. This is his rookie season. First time on the road with Monster Jam in 2026. Get loud for Cliff Turner, Velociraptor. First attempt was a popper all the way up onto the middle of the pod, balancing on those front two BKT tires. This dinosaur still has one more attempt remaining.
Lock those scores in now. You have 20 seconds. Get loud for Cliff Turner in Velociraptor.
As I said earlier, Cliff Turner is in his rookie season. This is the first full series he's competing in Monster Jam. Now, he comes out here and he makes sure he does not leave anything on the track. He goes ahead and he shows off some of the most difficult moves that I've seen in the sport that are new and innovative, and typically veteran drivers are the ones who attempt all of these maneuvers, but Cliff Turner is not afraid. Let's see what you gave him at judgeszone.com. Enough for second place, 5.768. One more time for Velociraptor. Keep your attention up on the Two Wheel Skills Challenge leaderboard. So far, Monster Mutt Dalmatian is dominating the competition, the only driver to have crossed that 9-point threshold. And there you see Velociraptor, Megalodon, and Jurassic Attack rounding out the first four. We still have 4 more monster trucks coming up in just a moment.
Scoring is now open. Lock them in now and let me hear you make some noise for Armando Castro in El Toro Loco.
One thing I love about Armando Castro is that when he does not succeed at something he wants to do, he does not quit. He goes back and he tries again. That first attempt was a stoppie. He went for it again and he succeeded. Not only did he do a stoppie, but he moonwalked all the way back across the pod, because he said it earlier. He wants to make sure all of you Sacramento fans are in for a treat. He wants to show off his skills. Even though he rolled over, he still completed that second attempt. But was it enough to impress you at judgeszone.com? The score for El Toro Loco is 7.580, enough for second place. Great score. One more time for Armando Castro. Monster Jam fans, keep in mind that all of these Monster Jam trucks are built for safety and success. Here at Monster Jam, they all have BKT tires. It's one of our sponsors here, and we keep BKT tires on these Monster Jam trucks. It's the official tire of Monster Jam, a one-stop shop for all your off-highway tire solutions with amazing quality and value. Check out the wide selection of BKT tires ranging from ATV to agriculture and giant earth mover tires online at bkt-tires.com. Our next competitor is ready to come out and hit the track. He is our apex predator from Oak Harbor, Washington. Make some noise for Carson Williams, Thunderoris. First attempt from Carson Williams. He's somebody you don't want to sleep on. We saw a stoppie into a nose wheelie forward, and then he moonwalks it back and up over the pod. That combination was the first attempt. Thunderoris still has one more remaining.
Scores are now open. Lock them in. And let me hear you make some noise for Carson Williams in Thunderoris.
This is week 4 on Arena Championship Series West, and I've got to tell you, I've been at every single event watching Carson Williams. Each event, he gets better and better and more fearless. And just now, you saw him balance a 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck on its nose for almost 20 seconds. There he is, proud of that run. Scores are locked at judgeszone.com, and the score for Thunderoris is 8.950, an Excellent score. Enough for second place. Give it up one more time for Carson Williams. And there you see the replay, that nose wheelie into a moonwalk as he jumps right up and over the pod in that very first attempt during the two-wheel skills challenge. We got the dump truck ready to come and shake up the track. Put your hands together for Alex Barden, Earthshaker. First attempt was a stoppie. Earthshaker still has one more attempt remaining.
Scan the code and lock in those scores, and then make some noise for Alex Barden in Earthshaker.
So far on Arena Championship Series West, Alex Barden has not only demonstrated his need for speed, but his technical skill has grown tremendously in just 4 weekends. That right there, we just saw 2 perfectly executed two-wheel skills maneuvers. First a stoppie, second a popper up onto the pod. Scores are locked. Let's see what you gave him at judgeszone.com. 8.514. Monster Jam fans, make some noise one more time for Alex Barden. That right there is enough for third place in the competition so far. There you see him once again in that replay. Popper up onto the pod as he balances forward and backwards in that dump truck in his second attempt of the two-wheel skills challenge. Alex Barden really throwing it down for you Monster Jam fans here in Sacramento, California. Put your hands together for him one more time. Our next competitor, final one of the skills challenge, coming back out to the track. Give it up for Matt Cody, Grave Digger.
Scoring is open. Lock them in and give it up for Matt Cody in Gravedigger.
This is your final opportunity to go ahead and score at judgeszone.com. Matt Cody has been here for quite some time, showing off his two-wheel skills, demonstrating just why he is a former Arena Series champion. He lays it down every single time, but the one thing I can highlight about him the most is that each time he comes up here for skills, he makes it look easy. He stays calm, he stays relaxed, he keeps a smile on. Check out that $1 million smile. But was it enough to impress you? The score for Gravedigger is 9.070, enough for second place, which means your two-wheel skills challenge winner is Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Blake Granger taking home the two-wheel skills challenge for the second time this weekend here in Sacramento, California. There he is, already on the track. He wants all of you to make some noise. This is his first weekend ever coming to Sacramento, California. This former series champion cannot wait to tell all of you incredible fans how much fun he's having right here this weekend, especially now having taken home the next 8 points of the event.
Blake, you're becoming the maestro, the virtuoso of Sacramento in two-wheel skills. How you doing it? How you getting it done? You're new to this town, yet you're still rocking it.
Man, definitely. You know, it's not how we wanted to start the event, losing racing first round. They laid a little sand on the track, and I got a little too excited, gave her a little too much sauce, and we spun out. But, hey, it happens. But like I say, when you get knocked down, you get back up, you keep fighting, and you take the next competition win. That's how it's done.
All right, one more competition left for you, and that is Monster Jam Freestyle. You were oh so close last night. How are you going to cap it off today?
You're right, man. We were that close to the freestyle win last night. So there's only one thing you can do, and that's to go out there and win freestyle here tonight. I'm just trying to have a good time with all you Sacramento fans. Are you guys having a good time? And hey, I got one question for you. And I hear you guys barking. Where my dogs at? Hoo, hoo.
Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Now, Monster Jam fans, we only ask one thing. We need you to get behind our Monster Jam FMX riders so they can touch the top of the Golden One Center. Like that. The louder you scream, the higher they fly. They're starting big, heel clickers. Oh, man, this is all gearing up for the best trick competition, which is coming up, and we'll need more help from you, Sacramento. All right, Monster Jam fans, it is now time for the FMX Best Trick Competition. For you, Sacramento, our FMX riders are going to make sure that they show off for you like no other town in the United States of America. They are going to show off their best trick for you. And this is where you come in, fans, because at judgeszone.com, we'll need you to score the two-wheel skills like you did during the two-wheel skills competition at judgeszone.com when those screens go red. So, again, when the screens go red, score our riders and, give them the score that they deserve because they are about to put on a show for you, Sacramento. I just got one question. Who's ready for the FMX Best Trick Competition? First up, another California boy. His name is Taylor Eddins, hailing from Murrieta. If you like what you saw from Taylor Eddins, score it now at judgeszone.com. Judgeszone.com. You got 20 seconds. Don't forget to use that code SAC. Monster Jam fans, get those scores in. Give Taylor Eddins, our California boy, the score he deserves. Scores are now locked. The score for Taylor Eddins is a 6.948. Setting the pace, Taylor Eddins. Nice table-setting score. Next up, for the first time this season here on Arena Championship Series West, please give it up for the veteran. His name is Robert Haslam. Robert Haslam from Orting, Washington, riding that Honda CRF 450. He's been riding for 19 years. Wow. Giving the people what they want, spinning that bike around and around in the backflip. If you like what you saw, score Robert now at judgeszone.com, judgeszone.com. Don't forget to use that code SAC. Monster Jam fans, again, 20 seconds to get your scores in. He grew up riding dirt bikes, looked up to guys like Travis Pastrana. Scores are locked. The score for Robert Haslam is an 8.782. New leader, new score to beat. Coming up, another veteran rider. His name is the big number 88. Oh, look at this, showing off. Showing off. That's what he does, folks. Push-ups, backflips, no problem. Give it up for the showman himself. He is Jimmy Hill. Kick it up dirt, kicking up that rooster tail. He loves to show off for you, Sacramento. This is what he does, but will it earn your score? Here he comes. Another backflip. Backflips tend to do well. We'll see if all that showing off got him a great score at judgeszone.com because scoring is open now. Again, you have 20 seconds to get your scores locked at judgeszone.com. Don't forget to use the code SAC for Jimmy Hill. He's still going, folks. He's still going. And while you're scoring, scores are now locked. Scores are now locked. Let's go and find the score for Jimmy Hill. An 8.710. That's good for second place. Didn't earn extra points for those push-ups, Jimmy. I'm sorry. Last but not least, please welcome another veteran international rider here on Monster Jam FMX. He is the one and only Jared LaRue. Yes, he has traveled the world for Monster Jam and FMX. Doha, Dubai. The man is a literal world map. And we'll see what he delivers for you. Sacramento! Whoa! A wicked whip from the man himself, Jared LaRue. Score now at judgeszone.com. Judgeszone.com. You have 20 seconds to give Jared LaRue the score he deserves. Again, judgeszone.com. Use that code SAC. Score to beat. We want to get in the nines. Do we want to get in the nines, Sacramento? Scores are now locked. Let's see. The score for Jared LaRue is 9.218. Jared LaRue, winner of the FMX Best Trick Competition. Monster Jam fans, we're not done yet. Oh, no. They gave you a little sampling, then they gave you their best trick, and now they're going to do something special for you, which is called the train formation. Our Monster Jam riders are going to hit the jump one right after the next, after the next, after the next, and of course, the louder you scream, the higher they fly. Coming through the station with a whip train. I don't know, Sacramento. Do you want to see more? Yeah, Sacramento wants more. That train is gearing up in the station, lining up. What will our Monster Jam FMX riders give us next? That is what we call a trick train. I don't know. I think it could get better, higher, and louder. For this last Monster Jam train, I'm going to want everybody here in the Golden One Center to get off your feet. And when that train leaves the station, I'm going to want a big choo-choo on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Flying high for a backflip train. Give it up for the riders of Monster Jam FMX.
Sacramento, we appreciate the applause, but I need you to make some noise as loud as you can for our U.S. Freestyle Motocross team.
So good, Jared, every time you bring it. Monster Jam FMX Best Trick Competition winner again. I got to 6, but I can't count that high. 6 in a row so far, maybe 7. You just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. Talk about that trick, that massive whip that gets you that victory seemingly every single time.
You know what? It's honestly one of the harder things we do. I mean, you see guys go upside down, hang off the bike, let go of the bike, get back on it, whatever. It's something that you can't copy every time you do it. So it's always hard. It's harder and harder, to maintain it, keep it all going. But you know what? Luckily, I ride with some of the best dudes each and every weekend. These guys motivate you, and honestly, it's hard to ride with Jimmy because he makes me laugh half the time. I got this dude out here doing push-ups in the middle of the course, so it just cracks me up each and every time. They're just super motivating. This guy right here walking out of the tunnel. Everybody give a big round of applause for Robert Haslam. Straight off the couch of retirement, back to tour. That's my boy.
How cool is that? It's definitely like a brotherhood. You guys have ridden together for so long and have traveled the world so much. What are some of your favorite places, besides Sacramento, of course, to go and visit? Because, man, you've seen and done it all.
Honestly, everywhere we go. You meet such a different different group of people everywhere we are. You know, the fans are always awesome. Of course, Sacramento's always awesome. Last night's crowd crushed it. You guys today are even better. Like, the crowds here are like their next level. They don't, like, they never disappoint, you know, and it's like that's what we feed off of. You guys is like motivation to us, like just makes us want to go bigger and bigger. And then, you know, like that's where we're really going to need you guys' help for this next part when we bring out all the trucks. So who's ready for Monster Jam Freestyle?
I love it, because that's where we're headed next. Give it up for Jared LaRue, winner of the FMX Best Trick Competition.
We have reached the pinnacle of today's event. It's time for Monster Jam Freestyle.
Hang on a second, Monster Jam fans. Clock is paused with 34 seconds left. Waiting to see if Megalodon will be able to refire to continue her run. And I've just been told that her run has come to an end. Make some noise one more time for Ashley Sanford. Monster Jam fans, scan the QR code up on the video board. The clock is already ticking down for that run. There you see the super glue glued to the action replay. Really great jump up onto the pod, straight across, landing on all fours for Megalodon, coming to that quick halt. Unfortunate for Ashley Sanford. Monster Jam fans, right out of the gate, first freestyle of the day. She's showing with her hands that there's some breakage happening with that truck. Let's see what you gave her. The score for Megalodon is a 6.077. Still a great score. One more time for Ashley Sanford.
Scoring is now open. Lock it in. And let me hear you shake, rattle, and roll for Alex Barden in Earth Shaker.
I'm going to take that, Jack, that shake, rattle, and roll, because he sure did really thrash that Monster Jam truck. He has really managed to now learn to cut corners, to be able to continue his momentum throughout all of his runs. There you can see Alex Barden, proud of that last run during Monster Jam Freestyle. But was it enough? The score for Earth Shaker is We have a new leader, 6.370, and that is your score to beat. Monster Jam fans, I have an announcement for you. First and foremost, thank you, Sacramento, for all of your generous donations to St. Jude. It's officially time for me to crown the St. Jude ambassador of the event, and that right there is Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. For the second time, he has managed to rack up the most donations, 100% of which go directly to saving these children's lives. Sacramento, Golden One Center, give it up for Blake Granger one more time. And he's our next competitor, our reigning World Finals Freestyle champion from Lafayette, Louisiana. Get loud as we welcome Blake Granger back to the track, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Hang on a second, clock is paused. Never mind, he's going. Looks like he's going for the Morgan and Morgan backflip. And he sends it, landing on all four paws.
Scoring is now open. Let me hear you make some noise for Blake Granger in Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
Check out the super glue glued to the action replay. There you see an aerial shot of that Morgan and Morgan 8-pack backflip. Blake Granger did not come to play here in Sacramento, California. He is excited. He is proud. I hear y'all dogs barking, Sacramento. Scores are now locked at judgeszone.com. And the score for Monster Mutt Dalmatian is 9.521. New leader and new score to beat. We got a Monster Mutt Dalmatian fan in the crowd. Keep your attention up on the video board, Monster Jam fans. We have more freestyle coming up in just a moment, but we got to look at this last one. Right out of the gate, big air from Blake Granger as he jumps up over the pod, cutting that corner as quickly as he can to still maintain momentum in that puppy dog. There you see it again. Big air and suspension in that 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck. I mean, he makes it look easy. The way he maneuvers every single time he hits the track. That picture-perfect backflip from him doesn't get any better than that, Monster Jam fans. But we got another competitor ready to hit the track. Team Dinosaur, Cliff Turner, Velociraptor.
Scoring is now open. Let's hear it for Cliff Turner in Velociraptor.
Cliff Turner is out here in Sacramento competing for Monster Jam for the very first time in his career. He's representing Team Throttle Monster. There you see another great aerial shot of a sky wheelie from Cliff Turner. That's essentially where you send that Monster Jam truck up vertically as high as you can for that pulse-pounding stunt. There you see him also cutting his corners quickly and efficiently to maintain momentum. He's out of that Monster Jam truck. Let's see what you gave him at judgeszone.com. 6.252. Great score, enough for third place. One more time for Cliff Turner. Coming up next, he's our 2025 Fall Stadium Series champion. Let me see those bullhorns in the air for Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Hang on a second, Monster Jam fans. We have a little bit of a stop in the action to make sure Velociraptor is able to get off the track. Our US HRA tech officials are checking right now to make sure he can refire to remove that Monster Jam truck from the track so that El Toro Loco can go ahead into his run. In the meantime, so far for the freestyle competition, right now, Masuma Dalmatian just dominated the competition once again. Only superstar to have crossed that 9-point threshold. But Earthshaker right behind him, as well as Velociraptor and Megalodon, all with a little over 6 points each so far. But we still have 4 more Monster Jam trucks coming up in just a moment. While we have a break in the action, I want to ask all of you here in Sacramento, are you having a good time? Do you want to see some more? Monster Jam fans, we got something coming up just a moment.
Golden One Center. I'm chatting with Wheeler here, and Wheeler, you've been having a great time at today's event, isn't that right?
Yes.
And you're a big fan of a certain truck, aren't you? I'm guessing by your shirt here. What's your favorite truck?
Gravedigger.
I think Sacramento, we got some Gravedigger fans in here, is that right? All right, so what we're going to do is we have what we call Name That Truck. Wheeler, all you got to do is look at the screen and tell me what the name of this truck is. As you see, we got a little black, we got a little green. Once you know the name of the truck, just yell it as loud as you can. In Sacramento, feel free to help Wheeler out.
Gravedigger.
Say it loud.
Gravedigger.
Gravedigger is the answer. Let's hear it for Wheeler. Wheeler with a big win here. Let's hear it one more time for Wheeler, everyone. And Wheeler, I want to give you this to go with the shirt. It is a Gravedigger hat. This is for you, Sacramento. Let's hear it for Wheeler.
Once again, coming up next is that crazy bull, Armando Castro.
Toro Loco.
That's right, El Toro Loco.
Scoring is now open. Throw up the horns and let me hear you get loud for Armando Castro in El Toro Loco.
Armando Castro right there on that super glued to the action replay, hitting that sky wheelie in the midst of his freestyle run, just demonstrated why his skills are up to perfection. He's our 2024 Two-Wheel Skills Challenge World Champion and our 2025 Fall Stadium Series Champion. He spent the majority of his career on an arena, so he knows these tracks. The score for El Toro Loco is 7.661, enough for second place. Make some noise one more time for Armando Castro. Coming up next, our 2024 Arena Series West Champion. Make some noise for Matt Cody, Grave Digger.
Head on over to judgeszone.com and lock in those scores. But then make some noise for Matt Cody in Grave Digger.
Matt Cody just tore that truck up, its toe up from the flow up. Check out part of it hanging out on the track. He left that piece behind because he said it. He was gonna tear that Monster Jam truck to shreds. There you see him up on the video board, jumping the pod, but then landing perfectly into a stoppie. Scores are locked at judgeszone.com, and the score for Grave Digger is 8.878, enough for second place. Make some noise one more time for Matt Cody. Coming up next, it's our JCB Racing finalist,
How's it going?
Carson Williams, Thunder Roris. Heading out to the track in that Apex Predator, ready to tear it down. Golden One Center, I need you to help me pump him up as he comes out of the tunnel.
Lock those scores in now and get loud for Carson Williams in Thunderoris.
Carson Williams right now is in the lead for the BKT Overall Event Championship this afternoon. First time all season, and you see why. Check out the video board, that big air up onto the pod. Once again, these Monster Jam trucks weigh 12,000 pounds. And Carson Williams makes it look easy as he maneuvers to and fro, up and over the pod. But was what he just did enough for the top spot? The score for Thunderoris is enough for fourth place, 6.844. One more time for Carson Williams. Our final competitor of Monster Jam Freestyle from Cadillac, Michigan, and he's ready to hit the track. Please help me welcome Jurassic Attack.
Scoring is now open. Lock them in and get loud for Tim Hall Jr. in Jurassic Attack.
Final competitor of Monster Jam Freestyle. Check out that huge air, that sky wheelie from the dinosaur. The man behind the wheel, Tim Hall Jr., really demonstrating how far he's come in his journey as a Monster Jam superstar. And there you see him down on the track, patiently awaiting his score at judgeszone.com. Tim, you laid it down, had a great run. We'll see in a second what the fans thought of that last run. Right now, scores are being tabulated. He's crossing his fingers, hoping for a high score. Scores are locked. The score for Jurassic Attack is 7.170, which means your freestyle and overall event champion is Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Keep your attention up on the video board. Monster Mutt Dalmatian, Gravedigger, and El Toro Loco were all tied with 18 points apiece. But what broke this tie was the freestyle competition. Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian, took home the freestyle win. So he is your BKT overall event champion, second time this weekend in Sacramento.
Blake just burying bones all over this pod up here. Our BKT overall event champion today and freestyle winner. Man, it was a tight one today.
100%, man. When you lose race in first round, it's almost impossible to come back and take this overall event championship. But like always, man, you just got to keep fighting, keep your right foot forward, and you never know what could happen.
Absolutely. You know, freestyle is always where you do so well. You're a racer, but man, I look forward to watching a Monster Mutt Dalmatian freestyle. Talk about it and really what was the difference maker today, because that broke the tie.
100%, man. We're a World Finals freestyle champion for a reason. Every single time I go out there, I drive that truck as hard as I can in the space that I have. We had a crazy save. We had a backflip. We were just having fun wheeling that puppy dog all around Sacramento. But hey, I'm having fun. I hope you guys had fun right here at Monster Jam. We still got 2 more to go. Hopefully we can keep this going, man. California's been good to me. It's my first time here in Sacramento, and I'm just having a good old time. But hey, I got one question, and I want to hear the loudest barking I've ever heard. Where my dogs at? Hoo, hoo.
Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian, your BKT overall event champion.
Congratulations again to Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian, for taking home the second BKT overall event championship this weekend in Sacramento. Jack, I had a great time here at the desk, but you were hanging out with all of these incredible fans. What was the highlight of your afternoon?
Easily had to be two-wheel skills challenge. It feels like all the different drivers are really stepping up their game in that particular competition each and every week. And it felt like this event, every single one of them brought something to the table. It feels like Monster Mutt clearly is in the lead in this overall series, but man, we've got a deep field that are all ready to compete.
Exactly, and judging by what you just said is why we saw that 3-way tie between Monster Mutt Dalmatian, Gravedigger, and El Toro Loco. I've also got to shout out Carson Williams and Thunder Roris being in the lead on this afternoon's event from JCB Racing all the way up until freestyle. First time we've seen it all season. Monster Jam fans, we had a blast this afternoon. Once again, my name is Janissa Cruz. On behalf of myself, Jack Farmer, and our pit reporter, Alex Miniak, and everyone at Feld Entertainment, we hope you had a great time too, and we'll see you at the next Monster Jam.